cold, but you are all bundled up, standing outside of Jess Hoo's house. She asked all of you here, and by all of you, I mean the members of the Sunflowers that she played with last year during her season, because she wanted to show you what she's working on at MIT now that she is fully matriculated there. Bix, what is the project that Jess Hoo is working on at MIT?
Jess is working on a contraption that is able to, or one day will be able to extend the life of certain species that have short lifespans.
On a scale of 1 to 10, my cry meter is at like an 8.5. But I'm all right. I love it. Thank you. So Jess, who is standing, well, actually, she. Let me ask you all. The tank she has was for Blittle League purposes. Does she use a different device now, or does she not use anything, or maybe does she still use the tank? What do we think?
Oh, she does, but it's decked out in gear, in MIT gear.
Yeah, there's a big sticker on it now. It has, kind of pockets. In fact, around the bottom of it is something that approximates a really big kilt. And she's
the official MIT kilt.
Official MIT kilt. She's really leaned in to being a college student because she's got pretty much 1 year as a college student before she graduates. But she has all of you here just because she wants to kind of show off what she's working on. Now, as you can see, it's very, very large, and I'm working on scale. But really, this is just a proof of concept. Pretty much all it can do right now is extend the life of fruits and vegetables. But I would love if all of you could contribute some fruits and vegetables. Hopefully you read that part of the email. Mm-hmm. And we're going to put it in here, and we're going to see what happens to all of it after 2 weeks.
I brought my favorite fruit, grapefruit.
She has in her tiny little wings a tiny little remote control, and she hits a tiny little button, and in the middle of this like giant contraption of hers that looks halfway between like a refrigerator and a 6-pack of hot water heaters, this tiny little like glass door swings open. Oh, she says, "Okay, put it in."
Okay, I gently place it in.
All right, excellent. What did everyone else bring?
I brought a honeydew melon.
Perfect. All right, that'll go right in there too.
Boop.
I brought a gourd. Is that okay?
Gourd is totally fine.
Perfect.
Though what's interesting is it's going to be even harder to determine how much of the aging I have arrested because gourds last a long time. That's perfect, though. It'll be good for my data.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great.
I made a new fruit.
Oh.
It looks a little bit like an owl. I'm sorry about that. But it lasts exactly the lifespan of an owl. So you could get data based on that.
I will take this as the compliment with which it was intended. Please put it in the machine.
Wait, how do you know it lasts 10 years, Fox, if you just made it?
Oh, I'm 5.75% sure that it does.
Oh, okay. Those are really low. Okay, never mind.
That's pretty good for Fox.
Jess, who writes in a tiny notebook all of this. Okay. Now, for reasons that the Internal Review Board of MIT has let me know, I cannot necessarily compensate you for participating in this study That said, I can invite you all inside for pizza, which I am doing now, entirely unrelated to compensation for this study. So please come inside.
Okay.
Great.
Pizza.
All right.
We like pizza.
Oh, pizza's great.
And so, yeah, you all head into the house. Now, technically, Jess Hoo and her mother don't live in the house at street level. They live in the giant kind of treehouse structure above it. And this house, Jess Hoo's mother, who rents. This is like a rental property. But the whole first floor is available for when large human-sized people show up. So, yeah, all of you, plus the infield and pretty much everyone that was on the Sunflowers last year, gathers in kind of this big living room / dining room to eat some pizza and relax.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Kit, can I see you for just one moment?
Yeah. Do you want to go outside?
I'm going to just step over here for a moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow them over there.
Data, I need some space.
Bix, do you want to help me
Okay.
help me convince people to play Settlers of Catan?
Yes, I don't know how to play that, but I've always wanted to learn.
Oh, let me teach you.
Okay.
Kit,
Yeah. I am not playing that game again. Stanley always sets up on ore and won't trade with anyone.
you just don't want to play because you're going to lose.
That's true. What did you want to talk about?
You've been here for 1 year. And
Yeah, I guess that's true. About a year.
I guess I just wanted to say that your company hasn't been that bad. I made you a figurine
It's always good to hear. Oh.
for the D&D sessions that we've been playing. And how
Oh,
you've been playing with a thimble.
cool. Yeah, this is great. So yeah, thank you. That's really cool.
And you're doing all right?
Yeah. Looking forward to another season.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling a little more settled.
Okay.
All right, so you place roads here, and you really want a settlement here on these mountains because it gives you ore, which is the most powerful resource, and you're not supposed to trade them.
Oh, okay. But does everyone get a mountain then?
No, you have to do your best to secure all the mountains.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna pick up the mountain tiles. Then, look, I got them.
Huh?
Kit,
That's one way of doing it.
Yeah, I didn't know that we were supposed to get like anniversary gifts, but I can
no,
but I'd love to.
you don't have to get me anything, Kit. That's fine. I don't need anything. I did have a question. What did you do when you felt so overwhelmed? When you felt like everybody that you were surrounded by, you didn't know who they were, and then you kind of looked in the mirror and you didn't know who you were, and how did you reconcile that when you moved here?
Fox, what's going on? Are you moving? Is something happening?
Fox, how would Mary and Martha contact you?
Cell phone?
Your cell phone rings.
No, I'm just making conversation. I have to take a phone call. I'll see you. Now leave the building.
Well, I guess this game will end in a stalemate.
Or
Hey, Vixen Stanley,
Yeah.
has Fox been acting like stranger than usual with you all?
Mm,
Have they said anything to you that It didn't make sense.
Yeah, Fox has been kind of nicer lately and saying nice things about me. Usually,
That
it's
is
it's a,
weird.
it's a lot of cutting things that I think come from a place of love, but they've been like genuine compliments, and that's really weird of them. But I like it. It's a good change. So don't upset the apple cart, please.
Sure. Yeah, no worries. I won't upset the apple cart. Just wondering.
Is
You're
that
talking
another
to
game,
Fox.
Stanley?
What's that?
Is that another game?
Apple cart? No.
Huh?
It's a metaphor for like the status quo. We like the way it is that.
Oh. Okay, I won't flip the apple cart.
Okay.
I would say Fox has always really nice to me. So they haven't really been any nicer to me, but I have noticed them being a lot nicer to Stanley.
Mm.
So I feel pretty proud of them.
This is Fox.
It's us. Are you free to help with something?
What do you need?
Well, we've discovered that there is something on the loose. Something that we could use a field team to stop, assuming it is heading south towards you, which we think it is.
Towards. Interesting. Why me? You have a lot of agents in the field.
You're reliable.
That's fair.
You're smart. And frankly, it's important to learn what you are capable of at the height of your power, so that you remember how you feel right now, to give you the motivation to keep it after Little League becomes a memory.
What do I need to know?
There is a notion, and it is loping south. We do have other agents in other towns, but we think it is heading towards Somerville. Let's talk about what a notion is.
Yes, please. What?
This is something that Fox would know. And if you told, well, actually, before I get into it, Fox, will you be recruiting Stanley, Bix, and Kit to help you?
I will be.
So you all learn what a notion is. A notion is an entity that works towards the promulgation of an idea. They are incredibly difficult to summon, since they are essentially autonomous magical beings. Mr. Magnus, for instance, was not a notion. He was a figment controlled by Alex Chen. A notion, by contrast, would be a magical entity that is autonomous and can make decisions. Famously, the state of Massachusetts conjured a notion to help with a recycling awareness campaign many, many years ago, and things went rather sideways after the notion became a vigilante. So
many things were composted that shouldn't be. Yeah, that's how the city of Lynn got wiped off the map.
Yeah, infrastructure was composted. So notions are dangerous. The state of Massachusetts invested a lot of energy and effort into summoning one. Not all notions are that dangerous, because often they're very new and they're created for a very specific purpose. And then whoever summoned them, if they have any lick of sense, would wipe them out and disenchant them the second their purpose was fulfilled. Because a notion, if left unchecked, grows stronger and stronger as the idea it is promulgating gains footing. So yeah, there's apparently a notion, and it's apparently heading towards Somerville.
There's a notion heading towards Somerville. And
What's the notion about?
I only know that there is a notion, and I know where to go.
Did
But
Little League reach out to you?
I got
How
a
do you
data
know?
parcel. Let's just say it slid across my desk.
Oh, clandestine stuff. Oh, this is the fun things.
That's right. Now, I could solve this on my own, but truth be told, I could use company.
With you till the end, Fox.
Yeah, we're in. Go
Yeah.
Outfield. I'm still workshopping it.
Okay.
How did you say that? Go
Outfield.
Go Outfield +1.
Yeah, well, I
Thank
mean,
you.
like the pitcher is like kind of the outfield. I don't know.
How about what coach has been saying since the season started?
Hustle
Go
up?
past the max.
Oh, go past the max. Yeah,
Go past the max.
Go past Max.
go past the max.
What does that even mean?
Kit.
Sorry. Go past the max.
All right, you're hunting a notion.
Mm-hmm.
What do you?
Yeah. Can I send a little text message as we leave?
Of course.
I just want to text somebody at the order.
So yeah, your contact in the order's more up and up ranks
Mhm.
would be specifically, I have him here. Where did he go? Archivist Marcus Mooney.
Right. Yeah.
So yes, you're reaching out to him. Is this a? Are you hoping to gain valuable information?
Yeah. I'm just gonna text Marcus. FYI, hunting a notion. LMK. If you have any tips.
All right, sounds pretty good. Let's use the Order of the Mound skill. That's 2d6 plus charm. Tell me what you get.
Cool. I got a 5.
Ooh.
Off to a strong start.
So the way that this skill works is on a 10 or higher, you would gain valuable information or help. On a 7 to 9, the help would come at a cost. On a 6 or less, they cannot help you because they need you to help them.
Great.
The text you get back is, do not destroy it. Bind it and keep it somewhere safe.
How the F am I supposed to do that? Send.
With extreme caution.
Okay.
Great. Do you tell everyone this?
Hey, everyone.
Yeah.
I had this idea that we should really try and capture the notion.
Why?
I think it's really the best way to go to just kind of like use extreme care and sort of just lock it up in some kind of vessel. And then I'll take it somewhere that I think is a smart place for it to go.
It's funny you mentioned.
Go past the max. Perfect plan.
It's funny you mentioned that, some kind of vessel. I think in the in the room I might have something there, just for this occasion, because I'm incredibly prepared.
Yes, you are. All right. Let's roll preparedness. 2d6 plus sharp, Stanley.
Oh boy! Oh, cha-ching 13, baby!
Okay, there it is.
All right.
So a notion is a magical entity, which means that you would need to keep it stoppered in some kind of magically shielded vessel.
Mhm.
The fact that you have a magically shielded vessel of some size on you is rather remarkable. So why don't you tell me what it is and why you happen to have it?
Well, I'm always. I thought that I need to prepare something for Jess Hoo's experiment, so I actually brought it with me. And I was storing just some reagents and some various fruits that with me that I thought would be helpful to her.
Indeed. So yeah, you have this thing that Kit you can like when Stanley just kind of produces it from his pocket. I mean, it'd be the equivalent of of someone just kind of like pulling out like a fancy adult credit card or a or the key to a private jet, just something like wildly unexpected. Like, why would Stanley have this? But yeah, the sense you get from it, you kind of pass a hand over it and get a read, and yeah, it's whatever is in there would be rendered magically inert. So that is definitely the thing you would need to use.
Oh, and I have the instruction
This'll
manual
work.
right here too. So make sure you read this.
Thank you. Yeah, I will definitely ask you to read this to me in a little while. That's perfect.
All right.
Do you mind if I carry it?
Oh, go ahead.
Stanley, do you
Excellent.
have a bag of holding on you at all times?
Do I?
If at some point it is determined that you need one, we will roll for it.
Fair enough. No, I have this awesome Glade Moon backpack. That's in the shape of a dragon. It's really cool. It has a lot of pockets and it's it distributes the weight really well, so I can carry a lot of things. So I know I'm a bit of a pack rat, so that's just the way I am. Get used to it. I'm sorry, that was me.
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
used to it.
So you're hunting an ocean. What do you
Yes.
do?
Well, I got the central location from my data parcel.
Is that just a euphemism for a text message or an email?
It's a data parcel. That's all I'm giving you.
Okay.
And the place that I was told to look is in Porter Square.
That's bikeable.
Mm-hmm.
That it is.
To the bikes.
All right. You head to Porter Square.
Let's take the community path.
Oh, I love the community path. It's so tranquil.
Great
I
idea.
like how they write poetry on the ground.
Mhm.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's something about riding on the community path in the middle of winter. The path is paved, but there's snow from a recent snowstorm on either side. There's chalk poetry. The trees kind of coming over you like a canopy are bare, but there's snow on the individual branches. There's the occasional person that is braving the weather with their dog, jogging or walking gingerly over the cold ground. And you're all riding your bikes there. There's something very interesting about being a part of Little League or whatever this is that you're doing, which is you all at any given point have a deeper understanding of the world than anybody else. People are going about their lives and they are living and they are eating and they are sleeping and they are going to work, unaware that at any given point there is some great horror and it is your responsibility to stop it. The person that is, kneeling to fill up a, one of those telescoping dog water dishes at one of the water fountains does not know there is a notion that may be loping its way towards Somerville. They couldn't possibly know. And it's probably good that they don't know. However, this person that is filling up that water dish does know something is wrong because what is coming out of the water fountain is bright red.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, this guy that's doing kind of stops and kind of dumps it out on the ground. No, don't drink that, don't drink that. And he kind of
Excuse me.
leads his dog away.
I'm a bit of an amateur plumber, sir. So don't worry, but just stay right there. I'm just gonna take a little look. I'm just gonna take a look with my tools. I'll let you know what's going on. And I'm gonna use my skull augmentations to see if I can observe what might be happening here.
Sure. So this is to use it is read a bad situation. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a bad situation. However,
Hold on, this is not a bad situation. Best case scenario, it's rust.
Best case?
All right, fine. Read a bad situation it is. 2d6 plus sharp, please.
I feel like best case would be like fruit punch.
Oh, true.
A 9. Or more
A 9. You can ask
too.
one of the following questions from the list, including the specialist you have because of your skull augmentations.
Are there dangers we haven't noticed?
Yes. A non-human thing is observing you.
From the pipe?
No.
Okay.
Like you kind of lean over and start looking at it, and you kind of draw some of the liquid off, and you're starting to scan that, and you just get this kind of unmistakable feeling where the circuitry in your head kind of hits the brain that something is a little weird. And that's something you're pretty sure is you're being observed. Like the part of your brain that's like trying to like target identify kind of clicks on and then clicks off.
Fox, are we supposed to be meeting anyone on the way?
My data merely told me that we should be on the lookout, but not that we would be meeting someone.
Okay, well, someone's watching us. I'm not exactly sure. I definitely don't know who, and I'm not sure from where, but I can sense it.
I'd like to use science, and I'd like to throw a small capsule on the ground that erupts into a mild fog that would suss out any sort of invisibility.
Okay. So, Fox, you have kind of two kinds of science. You have science and big science. Science gives you these specific science things, kind of the outcomes are predetermined. If you want something else, that would be big science.
Right. I always forget that. I'd like to throw a capsule that magnetizes.
Sure.
And I want to and see if it will cause any sort of disruption from someone who's trying to hide.
I'll feel that.
2d6 plus cool, please.
All right. Nope. 12.
All right. It officially works. You magnetize the water fountain and kind of turn it into a giant magnetic tuning fork.
Bix, hold on to your head.
Yeah, Bix, you very quickly, because this kind of thing has happened before, like kind of pull out essentially like a rubber spa hat and kind of put, it's like a swim cap but bigger, and kind of put it over your head and like hold on to a tree. And all of you kind of get down and kind of hold on to the stuff in your pockets. The man with the dog suddenly has trouble holding on to his dog because the metal chain is starting to drag the dog towards, and he ends up taking off in the other direction. And, it's one of those things where this thing is now a giant magnet. And it's like you would expect it to make noise, like a giant whoosh or a giant something like that. It's perfectly silent because it's just a giant magnet. But it's almost like your brain is filling in the noise it should make, because what you are seeing right now is chaos. Like random bits of stuff from the community trail are kind of like creeping up out of the ground. Allen wrenches from bike repair kits, tabs from soda bottles, spent vapes, someone's credit card. And most horrifyingly of all, flying out of the trees and kind of slamming into it is, well, for a second you thought it was some kind of large marble, but it's not. Eventually, when the magical effect wears away, or when the chemical scientific effect wears away, and it demagnetizes and everything falls off, you pick it up and look at it. It is not a giant marble. It is some kind of blue metal carved into an eye.
Does this mean anything to anyone?
I'm going to take it. I want to take a look at it.
Sure. Stanley, what would you like to do?
I wonder if this has come up in any of my research.
Yeah. This would be let's see. I'd let you use investigate a mystery here.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That is an 8.
All right. Yeah. You've leafed through stuff in your lore library about this. So, investigate a mystery. You can ask one of the investigate a mystery questions.
What is being concealed?
What is being concealed is this. This eye is a specific. It's made of a specific type of It's called magnetized silver, which is kind of a magical metal material that is used most often in rituals. It's essentially it's something that's powerful enough to hold a charge or hold an enchantment for a long time. What is being concealed is this, kind of based on the workings of it and the skill with which it was necessary to make it. The sense you get is there would need to be an incredibly capable enchanter that would be putting something like this together. The only folks you would know that could do that would be Mary and Martha of the Order of the Mound.
Interesting. I relay this. So this is I'm sure you know this, Kit, because you're a very capable witch. This is a very magical based material. And the only person I know, because I definitely couldn't even come close to this, and I think it'd be challenging for you, Kit, would probably be Mary or Martha. So maybe they're using this to spy on us because it's an eye. I just assume it's probably an enchantment for an eye. I've seen a lot of eye-based inscriptions in eye.
Well, it's definitely what's watching us.
Why would Mary and Martha be watching us?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're behind whatever we're investigating, or maybe they want it. Wait,
That's not what my data tells me.
Okay. Well, what does your data tell you?
That they're not behind it, that they couldn't be.
How?
Oh,
Bix, what do you know about it?
Oh, well, what I know about, I just recognize the magnetized silver because the first time I had an augmentation put in, it was there. It had to be used for part of the procedure. But the person who created the piece that was used for me, well, they died a long time ago. So it couldn't be from them. They were one of my grandfather's friends. So I know that it can, that's how I recognized it. But I wouldn't know anyone else besides Mary and Martha who would have that kind of skill now.
Did you just put it in your mouth?
Well, now I can't watch this anymore.
You just ate.
Vix, did you swallow that?
Stanley faints.
Mix 2d6 plus tough, please.
10. I
Now,
can get it
because-
out once we.
Oh, no, this is perfect. You kind of swallow it, and the stuff in your head starts doing a threat assessment again. And it's essentially like in your sternum is shielding technology. And so like the kind of the threat assessments in your circuitry of your head start activating the shield technology, and you start going into target scan mode. And you see it drifting through the trees. A thin, ivory-colored, stretched out human thing gliding through the sky like a low cloud towards the end of the community path in Davis Square.
It's right there.
What? Can we see it?
I don't know, can you? Do you want to see it or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second Bix points it out, you see it. Like for a second, it almost looked like, sometimes on this community path, like if one of the houses nearby has a fire, you might see kind of white smoke coming up through the chimney, and sometimes it kind of drifts down. You thought it was for a second just like a waft of smoke going through the trees, but no, wafts of smoke do not keep human shape and glide like that against the wind.
Is that the thing?
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
That sure looks like a thing.
All right.
I don't know what it's a notion of.
I'm going after it.
All right,
Cool.
get him,
You're
Kix.
going after it.
Kit. Whoops.
All right. Kit 2d6 plus cool. You're going to act under pressure. Your goal is to intercept this thing. Let's see if you do.
Great. Can I use my fighting stick?
Oh,
I'll give you a +1.
9.
Okay. So like Kit kind of looks at you all and says, I'll take care. I'll go get it. And takes off like a laser. You kind of draw out the fighting stick and you're running, and this thing is just kind of gliding and you're starting to catch it. It kind of glides out of the trees and kind of floats into your field of vision. And yeah, it's like someone made a ghost out of a kite and is flying it in front of you, because it's just kind of there and wavy. It has one offset magnetic silver eye.
Huh.
And it just kind of waves its hand. And there's on the community path, there are a number of kind of sculptures. One of them is it's kind of halfway between like an elephant and a giraffe. It's this weird kind of metallic sculpture. It waves its hand, and all of a sudden that sculpture just kind of cracks itself out from under the ice and begins walking towards you. Kit, you are not taken unawares because you have your fighting stick out and you saw it happen. And so when it brings kind of this big loping arm down, you are able to kind of bat it out of the way with the fighting stick, engage in an elegant backflip out of the way. And it continues on towards Davis Square. So you know where it's going, Kit. You just happen to have a large metal sculpture to deal with first. So, yeah, this is going to be some time to kick some butt. Who wants to go first?
I'd like to activate my hammer fist.
Sure. Let's kick some butt.
8.
8. That is a partial success. So this thing does have one level of armor because it's big and made of metal. That level of armor doesn't matter anymore because your hammer fist destroyed it.
Sorry.
Yeah. So on an 8, you do damage to your target, and it does damage to you. It does 2 harm to you. So describe the attack.
So while Kit is sort of distracting it because she was up there first, I activate my hammer fist, which is in my arm. It like comes out of my augmentation, and I walk up to it, and I just give a little pet on its side while it's just staring down Kit, and then I just lift up my fist and come down and onto its side. But when I do that, the trunk of it whips around and hits me in the face.
Yeah, you're kind of hurled backwards by that, and kind of like smash into a fence. Fox, Stanley, Kit, you all see that this big metal thing, there's now kind of a couple of kind of big holes punched in the side of it. Due to Bix essentially cracking its armor. Who wants to go next?
I want to use a thing I've been developing called Quick Rust.
Quick Rust. I love it.
It should try to cause 3 harm or melt something.
Got it. So this would be this would be science. So 2d6 plus cool, please.
9.
All right. So it also does 2 damage to you, but given all of that, I would like you to narrate how this all works.
Sure. Quick Rust. It comes in a canister that explodes. Unfortunately, the launching mechanism failed. But seeing Data get hurt, I immediately run up to it and I crack it on top of the statue's head, which of course has blowback.
Yeah, this thing is meant to be launched from a mortar, and because you kind of smash it against the ground and it like extends little legs and launches itself. Unfortunately, that just didn't fire. So yeah, you kind of smash the detonating charge yourself, and this thing explodes into this, kind of thick yellow cloud right on the thing. Fox, you are thrown back from the explosion of the charge. When this kind of yellow, acrid, choking smoke starts to clear, you see, the true grotesquerie of now half of a giraffe statue kind of shambling its way towards you all. It's covered in now these kind of jagged, rusted edges. its long neck is now just kind of blossomed out into these like razor sharp leaves. Who wants to go next?
Well, I have been thinking about a spell I can use. I don't think my fighting stick is going to be very effective, seeing as this is metal and my fighting stick is wood, but I do know an enchantment to make my fighting stick extremely hot, and I think if I can do it well enough, I should be able to cut through this metal like butter.
As soon as I hear Kit talking about a spell, I take out my reagents to help her cast it.
Got it. So we'll do this. We'll do this back to back. It sounds like you want to enchant your weapon and then use it.
Yes.
So let's roll 2d6 plus weird to use magic, and also a +1 from Stanley because Stanley is helping.
I'm always prepared.
Oh no. That will be a 4 total.
Oh no! Oh no!
Um,
Oh no!
Yeah, that's just the worst you can roll.
Oh no!
The worst roll that can be rolled is what I rolled just now.
Oh no!
okay. Consequences.
Oh no! Not say that word.
This fight is taking a while.
Yeah.
And that means that the notion is going to head towards something, and you won't be able to stop it before it gets there. I'm going to give you 2 options in the form of a picture for each. In Davis Square, right now, Ted Permanakis and his son are having a lovely lunch with Lisa Lemonwedge and her dad. The notion is heading there. Or the notion swings a turn. We see Jess Hoo making initial observations of the machine's effect on the fruit. Where is the notion going?
What's the notion going to do to them?
I'm so glad you asked. This is not something that you all know in game, but I will tell you via a flashback. Mary and Martha have invested very heavily in powerful etheric chalk and a pair of magnetic silver ingots. They have never actually summoned a notion before, but they are very good with magical metallurgy, and they've read all of the books. There they are in Salem for weeks, toiling on this, giving of their own life force for this. In the ritual circle, they lay out a pair of magnetized silver eyeballs and begin the incantation. The idea that the notion was to promulgate was that specifically more magic will be better for Massachusetts. But you see, these are incantations in very old languages, and they kind of needed to crosswalk it through another language to even get back to the language that old. Which means more magic will be better for Massachusetts was misinterpreted as only magic will be better for Massachusetts. So what that means is the notion is either going to destroy the Davis Square T-Stop or destroy Jess Hoo's machine.
It keeps heading towards Davis Square.
Got it. The fight wears on with this thing. There's more punching and diving on it, and all of you getting sliced up to various degrees. Eventually, a combination of all of your work brings it down, reduced into its component parts. The local artist hopefully will be able to put something else together out of what it was. It is at this point that you start hearing the screaming from Davis Square.
Must have gotten there.
Bikes.
Let's go.
Bikes. You all get on your bikes and pedal like you wouldn't believe towards Davis Square. What you see is something approximating carnage. Now, in Davis Square, there's a collection of these beautiful stone statues of residents of Somerville, longtime residents. They've got these kind of metal faces and stone bodies. They will represent individual people that have lived in Somerville. Those things are now alive and have formed into a phalanx and are marching on the T-stop. Standing outside the T-stop is Lisa Lemonwedge and Ted Permanakis. Though both of them are no longer Blittle Leaguers, they decided that if there is a magical army of statues marching on infrastructure, they're going to defend it. Partial successes will result in harm to either Lisa or Ted. All right. You do not see the notion. It is somewhere. All you see is an army of statues. What do we do? Who has an idea?
We need something big. We need something just to clear all the energy, all the magic energy out of the entire square. We need.
Why would we want to clear all the magical energy?
Because look at everything. Everything is bad. Everything is all under
Stanley,
topsy-turvy. Yeah?
if we clear all the magical energy, I can't capture this thing.
Then we got to destroy it.
We can't destroy it. We can capture it. We can do this if we work together. Stanley, I need you to read me those directions. Bix and Fox, can you take the statues?
Data? You want to take the statues with
Will
me?
you teach me how to do magic while we do it?
I don't know magic, but I know science.
Oh.
Here, take this canister gun. It contains what is essentially acid rain, but concentrated.
So just acid.
Yes, but like specifically for concrete.
Dear heavens. Bix, you now have a one-shot projectile that would do 3 harm. Here's how it's going to work actually with these with this phalanx of statues is to fully wipe them out, you'll need to inflict about 20 harm total to them. This canister rifle could cause 3 harm. So, pretty good.
All right. And just before we leave, Kit, Stanley?
Yeah?
You don't have long. I will destroy it. Let's go, Data.
Wow, what a promise. Thank you for purchasing your arcane capsule device. Please make sure you pull the safety tab from the bottom of the capsule.
Which side's the bottom?
The one with the stripes.
Okay. Pull the safety tab. Got it.
Okay. You must speak a truth into the capsule to activate its magical powers.
It doesn't say that, Stanley. Are you kidding me?
It does. It says it. I don't.
It says it.
Seriously,
says it.
speak a truth into what? Who did you purchase this from?
I cannot say. I got a good deal on it.
All right, so go ahead.
No, you're the one activating it. I have not many. I'm not okay. I'm not arcanely gifted like you.
All right. I am a member of the Order of the Mound.
What?
Stanley.
Oh my!
Now's really not the time.
The container kind of shakes a little.
Okay, good.
Okay, you're at this point.
Working.
Your container should be shaking.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's shaking.
You should taste a vague sense of orange in your mouth.
Yeah, citrus. I got it.
All right, switch to the battle with the statues. Bix and Fox.
All right,
Fox,
Bix.
you can't destroy it.
The statues? They're attacking the city. I beg to differ.
No, we can destroy those, but we can't destroy the notion.
And would you mind telling me why? I say as I launch a canister straight in the middle of the
It fires like a t-shirt cannon. Yeah, Bix, let's why don't you give me 2d6 plus tough to kick some butt. Or wait, Fox,
No,
I'm sorry,
Scott,
you were the
yeah.
one that fired. Bix, we'll use that as your roll. Fox, what'd you get?
Oh no.
Plus tough, you said?
Yeah, you're kicking butt.
All right. A 10, yay!
Thank goodness.
Shoot without looking.
Yeah, Lisa Lemon Wedge is, as she is no longer active Blittle League, she's just a 12-year-old now, is not carrying her lever action rifle with her. So instead, she and Ted Permanakis they essentially ripped the handles off the doors of the tea station and are using them like clubs. And they're kind of back to back waiting for these things to come in. And, one of them kind of lopes forward and, kind of is about to throw this like big, heavy fist down on Ted Permanakis when all of a sudden it kind of stops and kind of twists and cracks in half at the waist and falls into a rapidly crumbling pile. Ted and Lisa kind of look over the encroaching mob and, they see Fox backlit with the early afternoon sun and a, smoke pluming from their canister rifle. Lisa kind of looks and says, "Oh, good. Blittle League is here." Bix, whatever it is you want to do, you've already rolled it. So tell me what you want to do.
I'm going to throw this acid rain at the statues also.
Sure. That's a 2d6 plus tough to kick some butt. What did you get?
A 4.
Of course.
No.
So you fire it, and it does indeed smash against one of the statues, and the statue just kind of lurches forward, and its legs kind of cut out. They break apart, and the statue, all 200 or so pounds of it, comes crashing down on Ted Permanakis. And he kind of lets out a kind of a loud scream. And now he's just kind of stuck under there as other of these things start to descend on him. Back to Stanley and Kit. What's going on?
Congratulations. You are now attuned to the arcane capsule.
Okay, I'm attuned. Great.
Okay. Next step is choose your target. Do not target anything that you wish to not capture. Right?
Okay.
Have you chosen the target?
Yeah, what do I just point it at it?
Well, no, you have to feel it in your like your the magic. Point at it.
One of those.
Point at it with your internal magic.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Okay. Have you chosen your target?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the notion, but I'll let you know when I really settle on that.
2d6 plus weird, please.
Okay. 9.
9. Okay.
Partial success.
You have to really focus on it. You can't
I'm
think of anything
focusing.
else.
I'm
You focus
focusing.
on the one thing. Don't focus on anything
I'm
else.
trying to focus, Stanley. It's not so
You have to
easy.
focus.
I'm focusing.
Are you focusing? You're looking at me and you're making a mean face.
Well, if you stop talking, Ms. Galbraith, then I'll be able to focus. Stanley, then I'll be able to focus better. Please be quiet. Please be quiet for 1 minute. And I might be able to focus.
I was going to give a partial success for that consequence, but I think that's enough of one right there. You found it. You are aware of where it is. The next thing is to capture. Let's switch back to Bix and Fox. Bix and Fox, who wants to go first?
I take the canister from Bix.
Yeah, you kind of
don't
grab
touch
the
that.
rifle back.
I'm running over to Hopscotch. I'm so sorry, Mr. Permanakis. I'm going to get you out of here, and then I'm not going to harm you at all after that. I am so sorry. I wasn't... You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Let me just get this off of you. Just keep breathing.
Act under pressure. 2d6 plus cool.
6.
You take 2 harm. This thing is heavy, and Mr. Permanakis is trapped. He's awake and kind of staring at you with panicked eyes. He is not talking. He's just scared. He's trying to grab for the like metal door handle he was using, and another one of these statues kind of delivers like a big punch into your back, Bix, and he kind of smashes it across the head with kind of the metal pipe that he has. And then but it's just kind of a big struggle, and at this point there are just like blows raining down. Fox, you're up. What do you want to do?
I'm going to run over to the statue that's currently fighting Data.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tackle it.
All right, sounds pretty good. 2d6 plus tough, please.
11. I'm so good today.
Okay. Well, that's another 3 damage to it, reducing the horde to 11, and clearing the immediate harm from Bix and Mr. Permanakis. So you just kind of spear this thing across the middle, and you feel something in your shoulder pop, maybe, but you kind of grab it and kind of bring it off center and smash it to the ground. And yeah, Bix, you're able to kind of stand up, and you start kind of at this point punching the statue apart so that Mr. Permanakis can get up. He's like twisting and wrenching. You're pretty sure at minimum he's dealing with a concussion and broken ribs. All right, that's both of you. Stanley and Kit, back to you. You are holding the vessel. Kit, you have attuned to the thing. What's next?
Okay, I got it, Stanley. I got it. What now?
Distract your target. I will distract the target. Good luck. I run over to
Wait, what do
the
I do?
notion.
All right, you run over to the notion. How do you want to distract it?
I want to think really big technological thoughts about.
All right, big technological thoughts. I love it.
Yeah. Oh boy, I do love taking modern transportation and using rail that's driven by electricity on metal that's been forged.
2d6 plus sharp, and I'll give you a +1 because that's a great way to distract a thing that's trying to destroy technology.
Oh, thank you, 9.
All right, partial success. All right, consequence. So I'm gonna let you choose.
Well, thank you. I appreciate having options.
Option 1, Lisa Lemon Wedge is knocked out of the fight. Or option 2, you will be exposed to consequences if Kit does not get a full success on her capture roll.
I will be exposed to consequences if she does not get a full success on the capture rolls.
Got it. Okay. You see Kit Stanley kind of running towards this thing, waving his arms, thinking big thoughts.
Yeah, only thing cooler than public transportation is an aeroplane that uses the power of lift and engineering.
Okay.
Kit, what must you do or roll to capture this thing?
Stanley didn't read me the last step. He just dropped the directions and hey kid, Permanacus kid, son of Ted's son. What's your name?
Yeah, Roger.
Roger, thank you. Yeah, Roger, I met your dad at a birthday party once. It was weird. Can you come look at that thing on the ground right there?
Yeah,
I can't take my hands off of this.
He picks up. Okay, I got it.
Okay, what is the last step?
It's covered in snow. Hold on. Okay. Think about a future where this is trapped. At least that's what I think it says.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Roger.
Yup.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I don't know if Ted actually ever named his son. It might be Ted Jr. We're gonna decide that later.
Either Ted Jr. or Roger.
Either way,
Isn't he a doctor?
So Kit, I'll let you choose what you want to roll. It's the I think the results may be the numerical results may be the same, but just in terms of what do, you can roll 2d6 plus charm, which is Ted Permanacus' son actually read it correctly, or 2d6 plus weird, which is you actually complete the ritual correct. So it's one of those things where if there is an error, is it because the instructions were covered in snow or because you made a mistake? So that's kind of the roll.
I'm pretty sure that the Permanacus kid read it right.
Got it. 2d6 plus weird.
Okay.
Good luck.
Just have to
you mean
focus.
charm?
No, sorry.
Weird.
He read it right, which means we don't have to roll to see if he did. This now just comes down to Kit's skill as a sorcerer or a wizard.
I just have to walk towards it slowly and concentrate.
Imagine we go in space with combustion.
Stanley, that's not really. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me. No, keep doing your job. I have to start.
I'm sorry.
Over.
You said not to talk to you, so I stopped talking to you. And
Yep,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
And I'm sorry I upset you.
No, that's okay. I'm sorry I yelled. I became frustrated, and you're doing a great job. Okay, keep doing a great job.
Something to escape the Earth's gravitational.
Okay.
Wow, that's a lot of
I take
power.
2 steps back and refocus myself, and I start walking towards the thing, picturing what it would be like to have it captured, and that is an 8.
The statues all stop moving. The screaming stops. The horns honking in the distance all stop. Bix, Fox, you get a injured Ted Permanacus up to his feet. Kit, you look at the skies and no longer see the notion. And you look at the ground and you no longer see Stanley. Stanley, you're not exactly sitting down, nor are you standing. You're just kind of there in a state of rest. Across from you is this thin, shimmering, ivory-colored thing looking at you with one magnetized silver eye.
Do you want to play Catan?